Hello and welcome to the BMB Game of the Week. After a one-day break, BMB is back with all the coverage on the turf, this week with the girls' rendition of Lacrosse. I'm Jake Mano, alongside
Oliver Mattis. And Jake, I am so excited for this game. To get things started, can you tell me a little bit about this Mepham Pirates team?
Well, I mean, what's there not to say? To say they're talented is probably the lowest on the scale that you could really say. There is talent throughout the field on offense, defense, and in the goal. 7 commits for this team, which is an unfathomable number. There is so many people going to college for this sport. They've been playing since they were kids. They've been playing for years since freshman year. And now this is their senior season where they're ready to leave it all on the field.
Exactly, and one of these players that I do want to mention a little bit, Grace Skolovic, who recently has committed to Holy Cross and actually has just recently reached 100 goals, which is absolutely phenomenal.
I mean, that's a great milestone for her, and she's been committed since, I think, the end of her junior year, along with a few of these girls. And I think it's kind of the support that her coaches and her teammates give her that allowed her to reach that milestone. She is a phenomenal offensive player. She is really, really great at the fundamentals. Her footwork is probably the biggest thing about her. She just takes on double teams. She tries to get through contact, and she allows her teammates to get open.
Exactly. Another player that I feel like we need to mention, Sierra Barbosa, who is actually the captain of this Mepham team and is committed to Bryant. She's just really one of the players that needs to be out there, and the coach loves to have out there, motivating the team, rallying them together. Last game, she actually scored 4 goals and had 3 assists, and she's definitely someone that you must look out for on this field as someone who's going to drive this Mepham
Absolutely, and a
forward.
bunch of their senior attackers have had these hat tricks throughout the entire year. Leah Smith has had 5 goals in the game, a little bit above a hat trick twice this year. Sierra Barbosa has had a hat trick multiple times, and Grace Skolovic has been kind of their main source of offense this entire year. So there is not one player who is going to step up, but in terms of today, it is who is going to be that player, who is going to be that hot hand, and who is going to have the confidence to really propel them in this conference matchup.
I cannot agree with you more with this, Jake. And now that I feel like we've talked about some of these players, I feel like we should talk about some of these keys. So what exactly is Mepham trying to do in this game?
Well, I mean, it's going to be a lot for Mepham, and I think this is the biggest thing in lacrosse, but especially for the Pirates. Force the turnovers. Your defense is highlighted by 3 commits, being your goalie and the 2 Fitzgerald twins in the backcourt. So being able to keep the possession battle, being able to have the most time in attack, and really get that ball in transition, clear it as soon as possible, get your offense the ability to get in their offensive scheme, whether that's running plays with Sierra Barbosa calling them, or whether that's taking in a 4-on-3 situation, give them an opportunity to get the ball out and give them the opportunity to capitalize.
It definitely seems as though the main key in this game for Pirates is offense. Drive that offense forward. As you just said, the turnovers, all the opportunities, it feels very much offensive heavy. And that's going to be very interesting to see. And I cannot wait for that. And now I think we should take a turn over to the other side, the Macarthur Generals. What are some information about them?
I mean, absolutely. Defense is going to be the biggest thing for her with the Clarkson sisters, but I guess we're about to find out. We're going to send it down to your sportscasters in the booth.
Thank you, Jake and Ollie. As we're getting ready to get underway here, as we will have an opening face-off in just a matter of seconds. There will be Smith going up against O'Shea. We have 2 very competitive teams, one coming off of a dominating win, the other one on a 3-game losing streak, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I'm Jared Boxman here alongside Brandon Catalina as left getting ready here, and the jump is up, and it looks like it'll be the Generals in possession. Ball still down here as it'll be going in possession for the Generals. Generals now moving on the attack here as it'll be O'Shea with it. O'Shea still with it. Passes it off now to Flanagan. Flanagan now behind the net. Generals trying to find that shot and try and get that early goal. As they're playing it behind the net here is a whistle by the ref.
It looks like they never checked it into the box. You'll see. No, they.
As it'll be interesting to see what ends up happening here, because couldn't really tell what the whistle was as we're back in action here, as right into the slot. And ball there, scooped back up by the Generals as it's Flanagan with it. Flanagan plays it behind the net, but over her teammate, Huggard. And that one will put the Pirates in possession of the ball for the first time this game. Pirates moving upfield fast as Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald now gets it up there as the Pirates now moving still, as it's Meyer with it. Meyer now over to Callahan. Callahan. Pirates taking their time, making their passes. As now it's Meyer back with it. Meyer over to Barbosa. Barbosa back up top to Smith. Smith to Skolovic. Skolovic over to Callahan. Callahan back down low.
Looks like they're trying to cycle, get it to X and get cutters. They're waiting for their opportunity for a cutter.
Yeah, as it's Barbosa now to Smith. Smith to Skolovic. Pirates yet to take a shot as it's Skolovic looking to crash the box here. Skolovic right through. Loses possession of the ball, but scoops it right back up as it's Smith with it now. Smith looking for a teammate. Right back up for the reset to Barbosa. Barbosa cuts outside as it looks like the ref is going to be calling a little contact on the Generals there, which will keep the Pirates in possession of the ball.
It looks like it's going to be a man up for the Pirates here. Looking like it's a call for a slash, and it's going to be a man up. So, yeah, really good opportunity for the Pirates here.
Yeah, it looked like the Generals just got a little too physical on that defensive possession, so we'll see if the Pirates are able to capitalize off of their early advantage here. As waiting, the refs go ahead here. The refs shifting over. Couple people on the field, though, the spots that they should be in to get this game back in action. As waiting anxiously is the Pirates. It'll be Barbosa as the ref now signaling to the coaches to make sure that everyone knows, as it'll be Barbosa with the ball here. Let's see what Barbosa will do as Barbosa crashes, and she will score as the Pirates get the early lead as it's Barbosa's 22nd goal of the year, one of the key players of this team. Coming off of 4 goals and 3 assists last game. Just a great play by Barbosa. No hesitation, crashing that net and able to beat the goalie down low.
Yeah, it was just a standard lacrosse play. Just run at the net, get a good shot on net. It's very hard to save when the ball bounces before it gets to the goalie. It's really tough. And, yeah, that's one of the keys of the game for the Pirates is win the possession battle on offense. And they drew the man up, which man up scores about 80% of the time. So it was huge.
Yeah, just a great job. And we get ready to get back underway here. Smith taking her second face-off here as it's up there, bouncing around, still down on the ground. Couple Generals whiffed. And it rolls into possession of the Pirates, as it'll be Apicella. Pirates moving fast here as it's Barbosa. Barbosa with it still. Tries a fake. Generals don't fall for it. Holds on to it as the ref will blow another whistle here.
It'll be on the Pirates here.
And here's just a replay of that amazing shot by Barbosa. Just able to get that quick snapshot off. As awaiting the refs here to see what's called, as it'll be Barbosa again. And Barbosa over to Skolovic. Skolovic down low to Barbosa in front. Juggles it a little as that one will go down as Skolovic picks it up. Skolovic with it. Over to Smith. Smith now over to Hanekamp. Hanekamp now behind the net. That'll be Meyer with it. Meyer to Smith. Smith to Skolovic. Pirates looking for that shot. Maybe trying to draw another foul to get that man up as it's Smith. Guarded by 2. As another whistle here by the ref.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a whistle by Macarthur. Going to stay Pirates ball with a free shot.
As it'll be Smith starting right in the middle. One of the key players of this team. Can she get a quick shot off here and give the Pirates the early 2-0 lead? As Smith right in, shot. Great job there.
And no goal. She was in the crease, and that would have been the second goal the Pirates would have had on man up. unfortunately, they ruled it in the crease.
Yeah, it's a good job by Clarkson, able to even get down and try and close off the bottom half where that first goal occurred to try and do their best to keep that out, as it'll be Clarkson starting this play up for the Generals. Clarkson taking her time with it to find the play. As Clarkson now tries to get that downfield pass and she converts. Clarkson now to Larkin. Larkin outside, guarded by Barbosa. Now Barbosa over to Huggard, one of the key players of this team. Generals in possession still. As it's Amato. Now to O'Shea. As a little physicality there by the Pirates, and it looks like they got called. As it's O'Neal now. Pass it over. Good opportunity by the Generals down low here, but good job by Fitzgerald, able to close out on defense. As now behind the net, it's Huggard. Now over. Great play there by Skolvik to knock it away as it's picked up in front of the net by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald now on the rush. Trying to get that downfield pass, converts to Hanekamp. Hanekamp moves past the 50 here. Hanekamp now to Skolvik. Skolvik out to Barbosa. Barbosa down low to Meyer. Meyer to Barbosa. As the Pirates just slowing it down and playing their game and trying to almost lure the Generals into a mistake here.
Yeah, no need to rush when you're up. Just play your game. Get your chances. Don't force anything.
As it's Meyer to Barbosa. Barbosa on the side of the net. Barbosa still with it out to Skolvik. Skolvik right into Barbosa. Barbosa scooped up there.
As that was a good play by the Pirates here, getting it over to Barbosa for a prime opportunity. They almost had it, but really nice save by the Generals.
Yeah, it's Clarkson with a couple early saves here, as it looks like Barbosa will go off here.
Yeah, Clarkson has had some key saves to keep it 1-0 in this game. You know, MacArthur's coming off of 3 straight losses, so they really want to bounce back.
Yeah, as Clarkson's been really strong in those down low saves. She did get beat on the first one, but was able to get down for the last 2 shots. The Pirates attempted down low and make them. Waiting for the refs go ahead here as the Generals are getting in their position as they play it back to Clarkson here. As Clarkson now up to Tesico. As it's Tesico now to Sandcool. Sandcool gets taken down there. Looks like it was Hanekamp trying to make that defense play. Left blows it dead, and it'll be Sandcool starting, and they Generals get it right back up in the play. As Generals moving past here, as it's Fanning. Fanning still with it, as it's Fanning down low to Kupix. That's an errant ball there. Flanagan able to chase it down, and she'll start up play.
MacArthur trying to go quick here. They almost scored there, just missed the net.
As it's Flanagan over to Amato. Amato. Play by Smith, then a wet whistle by the ref. That'll be a foul there on Smith. As getting in the play here is Amato. Amato. Generals trying to find their place to get that goal as Amato goes right in. Kicks it back out to Larkin. Larkin with it. Larkin now over in front of the net. Good opportunity by the Generals, and they are able to score, as that is Hugard able to score her 14th of the year, coming off of 3 goals last game, staying hot to tie the game up at 1.
Yeah, that was a brilliant play. The main difference with the Pirates and the MacArthur game plan on offense is MacArthur's playing a lot more people down low instead of spreading out, and it worked there because the Pirates lost their matchup. And, yeah, she had a wide open net and no one near her.
Yes, here's a replay. As you could see that one of their keys to the game shining that early. It's the fast ball movement. It was Kupix there right in front of the net, able to get it over to Hugard with a quick pass, and Desmond not able to get in the full position there to stop that one. 1-1 here, 4:45 left as the face-off getting ready to happen. Smith and O'Neal once again as it's up off of O'Neal's stick. And it goes away. As a foul here, as it looked like O'Shea did win that face-off. But it'll be Pirates ball as it's Smith with it.
Pirates slowing the game down. As you see, they're playing very spread out all the way from the 30 down to the 5. You know, they're just taking their time. You have a lot of time in lacrosse to get a shot off. You have about a minute and a half, so you never need to rush.
Yeah, as it's Smith with it. Just taking steps back and forth, trying to see if she can find an opening against this Generals defense or to find her teammate. It looks like Barbosa's back in there. And Skolvik down low to Meyer. Meyer behind the net to Hanekamp. Hanekamp now out to the side. Hanekamp looking for a teammate in the slot and able to get it. Not able to get it. Skolvik now. Retraces a step there. Fakes one way, goes the other as it's Meyer now. Barbosa. Smith calls for it behind the net. Smith now cuts in front. Smith, quick shot. Fakes the first one. Scores on that fake. As that is Smith's 21st goal of the year and 24th point. Just a great play by Smith to utilize that fake.
Yeah, that was a great play. She started at X, called for it. She knew she had an opportunity, was able to beat the defenseman there. And, yeah, great play starting from X, going around the net and scoring.
Yeah, and there's the two players capitalizing on a goal there to take the lead. Barbosa and Smith. Barbosa with now 13 assists on the year and coming off a 3 last game. And just here's a replay as you can't see that pass there, but you saw that fake. That fake completely faked out Clarkson as she started to drop down, and then Smith just with that quick shot to give the Pirates the lead.
Yeah, that quick release was really important into that. If she waited a little longer, she wouldn't have gotten that shot.
As Smith wins it back to Skolvik. Skolvik right in the transition past the 40. Inside the 30 now. Skolvik right in. Tries to weave through 2 Generals. Loses the ball as that one nearly rolls in the net as Clarkson able to get it. As physical play there by Hanekamp. Trying to knock it off that goalie's stick. Not able to get it.
Yeah, Pirates tried capitalizing on the fast break. Unfortunately, couldn't get the shot off.
As Generals in possession here. Now past the 40 in the Pirates' territory. As that'll be Kupix there. As now to Flanagan. Flanagan back. Generals trying to tie it up again. As loose ball there. Got new by Inglese. Inglese able to get there. Now gets it over to Amato. Amato. Now it's Fanning. As that'll be an attempted pass going towards Huggard again. As it'll be Huggard inside. Gets the low shot. And the offense for the Generals today, like it's been all season, has been Kaylee Huggard. Now 15 goals on the year, 25 points, and 2 goals already in this early game. Coming off 3 last game, could we see another 3?
Yeah, as you saw after that goal, Mepham huddled up their defense because that's the second time. They did the same thing. They drew the defender, and she had a wide open lane. They were able to outcycle the Pirates twice now. So they're going to have to discuss.
Yeah, they just let Huggard get very deep there to get that close to the goal, and that defense needs to be tighter if they're going to stop Huggard and have a really good shot at winning this game. It's a loose ball there. That's Barbosa. Barbosa now up to Skolvik. Bounces past her twice. Picked up by Fanning. As it's Fanning now. Upfield Larkin. Larkin with it. Past the 40. Larkin inside the 30. Larkin still with it. Shot off the ball. Looks like it bounced off the back of Desmond and ended up in the net. But the ref seems to wave it out.
Oh, no, they rule it a goal. The Pirates cannot believe it. But now the refs are discussing. The Pirates want a call for, I think it looked like a slash, but.
Yeah, as that one is also a very hard goal to call in time. If that stands, it'll be Larkin's 20th of the year and could be 3-2 Generals, as that one looked like it hit the ball, stayed out, maybe hit off the back of Desmond. As here you see Larkin's shot, it did hit the ball maybe and bounce off of Desmond and roll into the net. Looks like it'll be a good goal and a 3-2 lead by the Generals after the fast play by Larkin.
Yeah, tough break if you're the Pirates there, but you're going to have to recover. It's 1-goal game, anyone's game, and it's only the first.
Yeah, it's 2 quick goals there by the Generals to claim their first lead of the game. As Smith trying to tie it right back up. Smith, right in, shot, and goal. Right as I said it. Smith, not even 20 seconds later, wins that face-off forward to herself and ends up going right in and scoring her second of the game.
Yeah, just a beautiful play on the fast break. Cut to the middle of the net, get the shot off.
Yeah, that one, their game plan's been those precision passes to try and start up those plays. That one, Smith, as here you see a replay, Smith just right through in that shot. Looked like Clarkson almost wasn't ready for it because of how quick and impressive Smith was getting up that field. As 1:38 left in the first quarter, 3-3 game after very quick goals in just a matter of seconds. As Smith getting ready here against O'Shea. Smith wins it back off her stick to Skolvik. Skolvik up now to Barbosa. Barbosa gets it down low to Hanekamp. As it's Hanekamp. The Pirates maybe have a man's lock conflict as Hanekamp holds on to it. Pirates now cycling. Hanekamp looking for the pass. As she's still holding on to it behind the net. Hanekamp now over to Meyer. Meyer to Barbosa. Barbosa trying to find the opening. Still holding on to it. Pirate to Hanekamp. To Barbosa. Almost to capitalize on Hanekamp, but rolls by as it'll be picked up by Clarkson.
Yeah, Mepham not able to get the pass off. And since it was a pass and not a shot, it was not Mepham's ball. If it would have been a shot, it would have stayed Mepham's ball. But since it was a pass, it goes to Macarthur.
As it, DeSico here moving up here off of Skolvik's stick. Not sure if she meant to hit that one, but it ended up working in her favor. But General's ball still off a bounce. Smith whiffs on that one there as it's going, as it's DeSico ducking under people, trying to find that shot by Larkin just wide of the net, but it'll be picked up by Flanagan.
And refs rule that Macarthur went too quick, and it's going to be Pirates ball.
Yeah, so that's one thing. It's such a fast-paced game that sometimes you get caught moving too quick and get a little too ahead of yourselves. As it'll be Pirates possession here, as that'll conclude the first quarter. Generals 3, Pirates 3. Just a very exciting first quarter here.
Yeah, I think this was a great first quarter for both teams. 3-3. We were in stock for a great game. Mepham was able to score one early, and yeah.
Now we're going to send it down to Sophia Whitaker with her recap.
Thanks. I'm Sophia Whitaker. So far, the Mepham Pirates and the Macarthur Generals are tied 3-3. This game has been extremely close, and they are doing a great job. Both the Mepham and Macarthur defense have been doing great. The Macarthur's goalie has made some great saves, and everybody is doing great and keeping this game extremely close. I'm very curious about what's going to happen in the next quarter. And so far, the Mepham Pirates are doing a great job with keeping the offense very close and stranded and making sure that allowing the pressure to make sure that they don't score. Sending it back up to the press box.
Thank you, Sophia. As just about a minute left till we get back into action here in what has been an exciting closing minute of that first quarter. Ollie, what did you see?
I saw a lot of action, a lot of back and forth going on. Whenever one team scored, the other team fired right back. There was no time for breathing for both sides. The offense were just explosive on both sides. It was quite amazing to see how aggressive these teams could get. We saw a lot of physicality. We saw a good amount of penalties called. You just see so much offense. You can see on both sides, the offense really drives the team forward.
Yes, I completely agree with that, but defense wins the championships. And something to watch out for, especially for the Generals, which is very interesting, is Abigail Clarkson is their goalie for their team, but her sister, Olivia Clarkson, plays right next to her, so that is the backbone of this Generals team. And for the Pirates, they have their own pair of sisters. They have Gabby Fitzgerald and Maggie Fitzgerald, who both play defense, so they are the backbones. They are the last line of defense to try and preventing these goals.
I totally agree with you on the fact that defense does win championships. It's just so far in this game, we've just seen so much offense. I do definitely think in the long term, defense will play a crucial role in deciding who will get the upper hand, who will win the game as a whole.
Yes, but as you saw for the end, it looked like the Generals were finally taking control with those 2 goals in under a minute late to tie it up. And then they got that 3rd goal to take the lead, but Smith stormed right back to tie it at 3 as the Generals break their huddle as the Pirates make their way back on the field as the second quarter is about to get underway.
As they say, literally anything can happen in any given moment. You have momentum at one point, and then boom, all of a sudden, you get caught off guard, and what we just saw with Leah Smith just rushing down and scoring that goal to tie up the game, and we're at an even game right now.
Yes, for the Pirates, those game changers could be Maya, who's one of their main attackmen, who's coming off of a 2-goal and 1-assist game, and she's just been camping behind the net. At any moment, she could sneak out from behind the net. And also Skovic, yet to get on the board today with points, has a very good shot, scores from very far away, so that could be something to watch out for. And just for the Generals, they're going to just keep running their offense through Huggard. Huggard has 2 goals and just looks to make it more and more as she is one of their best attackers, especially down low, as you've seen. As face-off is won by Smith, Skolovic juggles it a couple times as it is fallen into the Generals' possession. As it looked like maybe a stick to the head of Amato there by the Pirates as it'll be Generals' ball.
As we just said just earlier, so much physicality going on, so much aggression on both sides, both eager just to get possession of the ball, as those were the keys of both teams. Maintain possession and get any opportunity that you can get and take advantage of that opportunity.
Yes, as it'll be Clarkson with it, the defenseman now getting into the attack here as she's holding on to it, trying to get the Generals their lead back as it's now over to Larkin. Larkin already with a goal here. Larkin now. Errant pass over her teammate's head. The fight for the ball. Pirates come away with it as it's Apicella now played back to Desmond. Desmond now with the upfield pass. Bounce pass. Harnekamp trying to use her long stick there. Not able to come away with it as it's McClanahan. As it'll be out of bounds by the Pirates. So it'll be O'Shea passing it back now to Clarkson. Clarkson now all the way back to the other Clarkson. Now Clarkson making her way out, trying to open that field up by coming out of her crease that much. As that one is juggled away by DeCiccio as she's still with it as she got it back. As DeCiccio taken away by Harnekamp there. Pirates trying to open something up here as Harnekamp just waiting for her teammates to go upfield. There's Skovic now with it. Inside the 40. Now inside the 30. Skovic ducks under one. Now it's Smith with it. Smith over to Harnekamp. Harnekamp now to McClanahan. As it's with it now. Meyer. Meyer to Barbosa. Barbosa to Smith. Smith to Barbosa. Barbosa now behind the net. To Meyer. To Harnekamp. Harnekamp to Callahan. Callahan to Skolovic. Skolovic. Now to Harnekamp. Harnekamp to Barbosa. As the Pirates just making their passes to open up the shot. As Barbosa gets in the slot there. Good bounce play there as that one a little wide as it's Meyer chasing after it to get ready to put it back in the play.
You can see a lot of patience of this Mepham team, of this Mepham offense, just trying to find any opportunity, just keep continuously passing the ball to each other in circles, just finding any opportunity or any gap they can get, and they are going to penetrate that gap and try and get the ball in the goal.
Yes, as it's Harnekamp there, tipped by a General as it's Barbosa in. As that one, it just kind of hits Clarkson there. She's able to come away with the save. As that one's rolling away. Pirates nearly had that attack there as it just rolls past him. As a whistle by the ref here, as it looks to be a timeout for the Generals.
A lot of offensive gains by the Mepham team right here. Could not score the goal here as Clarkson was putting up a good defense in net, but also this MacArthur General just hanging around, just following the ball as it was being passed in circles. Mepham did find a little bit of a gap, but could not get anything about it, as we see in the replay right here, them trying to take a shot on net. Nothing came about it.
Yeah, as that looked to be Barbosa with that shot on Clarkson, but Clarkson able to come away with the save. But with 8:42 in the second quarter, it looks like Coach Agovino would like to try and get his team any possession of the game. And also, Coach Rubenstein, they want control of this game. And this 3-3 game, with plenty of time they'll have, they want to try and build up that lead as much as they can before half so they can take control going in.
Definitely. And both teams want to build up some momentum. If they score a goal, they want to keep that goal for as long as they can and drive that momentum forward, get some good defense, get some more offense. There's been a lot of back and forth going on. I think definitely right now at this time during this timeout, both teams are trying to discuss a way to just maintain each other's team while retaining their momentum. As we saw a lot of back and forth in the first quarter. No team had really any breathing room to try and take in their goal, relax, and just be on defense until another goal just scored in.
Yes, as the Generals break their huddle as Coach Mogavera is just talking it over with her team along Coach Rubenstein, trying to make sure the Pirates are on their game so they can come away with their fourth win. As it looks like they're getting ready to break it as the Pirates have broken their huddle as it'll be possession of the Generals. We'll see if Coach Agavino did draw up a play out of that timeout that he called, as it'll be Larkin with it starting from the 45. As Larkin waiting for the ref signal, as the ref saying hold on. Couple Pirates shifting over as Larkin's good to go here, as Larkin with the pass down low. Hits Fanning. Fanning now gets it in behind the net. Generals are behind the net, defended by Fitzgerald. As it's the Generals still here. As it's Amato now with it. As maybe some contact there by Honokamp. As Amato hold on to it. As the ref signaling that one of the Pirates had to move back to get in position for that. As Generals still on the attack here, trying to find their play as they get it in now. Larkin takes it all the way back out. Is scooped up there by the Generals. Loose ball there, Skolvik trying to come away with him, win that possession battle as she tips it to Smith. Smith guarded tightly, bounces it off to Barbosa, but it is blown dead there. As they're saying, Smith was fouled, so that's why they blew it dead. So the Pirates will keep possession. As it's Smith now. Going through, gets it to Callahan. As it's Callahan behind the net. To Honokamp. Honokamp to Meyer. Meyer to Barbosa. Barbosa still with it here. Barbosa to Smith. Smith to Skolovic. As Callahan and Honokamp. Honokamp trying to find that teammate in front of maybe a lap on herself as Honokamp wraps it around and scores on her own. As a great shot there by Honokamp, trying to find that teammate behind the net. Instead, she just decided to do it herself, as that is her 8th of the year for the commit to East Stroudsburg.
Beautiful play by Honokamp. She saw an opportunity. As we were saying before, both teams want to be able to take over as many opportunities as they can. As we see with this replay, Honokamp with the goal. She saw an open opportunity and she took it and delivered. As Mepham is now up 4-3, and now you wonder, are they going to be able to maintain this momentum, or is MacArthur going to be able to snap right back?
Yeah, as you said before, Coach Mogavera told us pregame that she wanted to take advantage of the opportunities, and right there, Honokamp saw that opportunity and scored right away. as it's Skolovic trying to scoop that one up as it's Skolovic able to gain possession. Now inside the 50. Skolovic now all the way inside the 30. Now the 20. Skolovic over to Hanekamp. Hanekamp to Meyer. Meyer to Barbosa. Barbosa to Smith. Smith now over to Hanekamp. As it's Skolovic with it now to Callahan. Callahan behind the net to Hanekamp. Hanekamp to Smith. The post is really utilizing the behind the net game to open up those plays. As Smith comes out from behind the net, takes the shot. Clarkson able to come down and get that save again.
That was a beautiful save right there by the General goalie, preventing another Mepham goal from happening and maintaining this game 1-1 goal.
Yeah, as the Generals inside the 40 here as they pass it, trying to tie it back up in very quick time so they can get back to their even game. As you see, Amato calling for it, not getting that pass there. As Desmond now looking behind the cage. As it's Inglese with it. Inglese now to Amato. Amato to Larkin. Larkin now gets it over to Monzillo. As it's Monzillo to Amato. Amato to Monzillo. As now it's Hugger there as she is able to draw that foul as she tried to just get through there and get that shot off.
You can see the Generals trying to snap right back from that Mepham goal, trying to get this game back to even, try and get some momentum for them, and the Mepham defense is just stopping them where they are right now.
As it's Monzillo juggles it a little and Skolovic comes away with it. Skolovic looking downfield already hits Barbosa. Pirates on the rush here as it's Barbosa. Now over to Meyer. Meyer doesn't have a shot there, pulls it back there as a closeout there by the Generals D. As it's Barbosa to Smith. Smith to Hanekamp. Hanekamp to Callahan. Callahan behind the net to Hanekamp. Hanekamp to Meyer. Meyer to Barbosa. Barbosa back to Meyer. Meyer to Hanekamp. Hanekamp again behind the net. This is where she opened up her play to score. As Callahan cutting, Callahan gets it and scores. As Callahan scores her 4th of the year to give the Pirates the 5-3 lead. As again, the Pirates really taking advantage of those openings.
Exactly, and that's one of their keys. Take advantage of any openings they can get, take advantage of any opportunities, and they use the momentum from the goal previously by Hanekamp, and they got another goal, and they're up 5-3, maintaining that momentum, and they just gained even more by scoring. You got to wonder, what is this Generals offense and defense going to do in response to this? They're now down by 2, as we see a replay here of that magnificent goal.
Yes, Hanekamp's behind the net presence has been key. Last time it led to her goal. This time it leads to her coming away with an assist on the Callahan goal. 5-3 Pirates lead, 3:54 till half. As it's Smith with the face-off here now against Larkin, as it looks like they've changed on the face-offs. The Generals trying to win a big one here, take control. As it's Larkin and Smith getting ready. Ref gives the go-ahead. As it's up here, chased after by Skolovic, but Kupek gets it, but Skolovic steals it right back. Skolovic now on the rush. Skolovic over to Barbosa. Barbosa, now Meyer. Meyer with it now to Barbosa. Barbosa to Skolovic. Skolovic to Smith. Smith to Hanekamp. Hanekamp to Callahan. As it's Callahan to Hanekamp. Hanekamp to Meyer. Meyer. As it's Hanekamp again behind the net. At that time she gets that pass off as Smith thought she had it But good quick play by Clarkson to keep the rolling ball out.
That was just great defense there by the MacArthur Generals as they now drive the ball up forward, try to get something out of this possession.
As a loose ball here, picked up by Fitzgerald. Maybe a little contact as it'll go in favor of the Pirates, as it'll be Barbosa right now on the rush. Inside the 30 here. Barbosa now behind the net to Meyer. Meyer gets it over to Hanekamp. Hanekamp to Callahan. Callahan to Skulovic. Skulovic fakes one way, tries to get it into Smith. Smith trying to pick that ball. She kicks it away there. So she ends up by herself and able to keep possession of the ball by the Pirates. Smart play there by Smith. As Smith takes it behind the net now. Smith to Barbosa. Barbosa fakes, goes for the spin, and draws the foul.
That was a very great play by Smith, right there, trying to maintain possession. It looks like something didn't go right there, but Mepham maintains possession, and they try to get a shot on, but they miss because of that great defense by Clarkson.
As Clarkson stays low there again, and she's able to deny another low shot. As it's the Generals on the attack here with 1:37 left. Looks like here she's able to pick it back up as it's Fanning with it. Fanning holding on to it as she passes it back now. Inside the Larkin as Larkin guarded by Smith. As it's Larkin still with it. Larkin over to Manzillo. As a strong defensive play by the Pirates Hanekamp. As now on the attack they go. Pirates still on the attack here as it's Meyer. Meyer holding on to it to Callahan. Callahan fakes one way. Now one-on-one with the goalie. Shot. Callahan able to get a stick on it as Clarkson tip it over the net. So Callahan will take it behind the net. 35 seconds left to go here. Callahan takes it out of the corner. As it's Smith now. Smith fakes one way. Gets it now. Hanekamp. Hanekamp shot into the netting of Clarkson as Clarkson makes another save. The Pirates getting opportunity after opportunity here, but Clarkson coming up with the saves. As the Pirates triple team there as Hanekamp comes away with it in 9. Hanekamp over, errant pass, bounces past Meyer, now 5. Looks like Meyer won't get there as it's 2-1, as that'll conclude our first half here. Pirates 5, Generals 3. Just looks like the Pirates have the offensive momentum here, but keeping the Generals in this game is Clarkson. As just here's a replay of Hanekamp finding that, and it ends up going right into the netting of Clarkson's stick. And just here's another replay as it goes right into the netting. And she was aiming for that top corner, but the Pirates have been strong, but the Generals are really staying in it here.
Indeed, Clarkson just putting up amazing defense, carrying this MacArthur defense, doing whatever she can to maintain this 5-3 lead, make sure no more goals get put up forward.
Yeah, just very tight game still here. As now we're going to send it over to Sophia Whitaker with one of the coaches.
All right, we're gonna.
Tomo Guerrero. So far, the half has been great for you. What do you think has led you your way?
Yeah, so it's been a really good game back and forth so far. We did a lot of scouting coming into the game today. We're playing against a new defensive scheme that MacArthur's playing a strict zone. So we really did a lot of prep ahead of time about holding our space on offense, working the gaps in the defense, and it's been successful for us so far.
Thank you. There's been a lot of emotion going on throughout this game. What is your message to the girls in the huddle?
Yeah, so our message has been what it always is, and that is to just focus on us in our game. You know, we're very disciplined. We know what we need to get done. Focus on our game. Focus on picking up your teammates on the field and staying positive. Positive energy is always going to outweigh the negative.
Okay, thank you. And I'm sending it back to the studio.
Thank you, guys. And what a half it was for the Pirates. I mean, there was a lot of goals, a lot of action, and a lot on both sides of the ball. So tell me, What are some things you took away?
Yeah, I would say first off, Leah Smith, 2 goals, very impressive for the Pirates. I also think the Pirates slowing their offense down. They're taking their time. They have taken like 1 minute, fully cycle around the net.
I mean, definitely, and as you're going to see some here, Sierra Barbosa absolutely dominant. Leah Smith has been great hitting it on the right side. Another one to the bottom corner, which is her specialty, and a lot of anticipation here from the Mepham Pirates. You can see a beautifully designed play here, cutting back door, excuse me. There was so much that came into this Mepham Pirates offense. There was so much that had to go in to make sure that everything was perfect, and I think there was so much thought behind each and every goal.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of thought, Pirates able to slow the game down, as I said before. Macarthur never really got many shots off, which really helped too.
I mean, definitely, and even when they did, Kira Desmond is absolutely phenomenal back there, so there wasn't much that they could necessarily do. But Mepham got so much more shots than is on the score sheet. And there it is, the goalie right there, the junior for Macarthur, has been absolutely phenomenal. Every single time that Mepham had an opportunity, it was blocked. Every single time Mepham had a good look, it wasn't successful. So not only were they not able to capitalize, there just wasn't much opportunity until some of these later possessions.
Yeah, the Macarthur had their best player, Hugard, dominate the game. She has a ton of goals for them this season, and she played a huge impact.
I mean, definitely. And not only does she have that many goals, she has 13 goals to 10 assists. So she's been doing it on every single level of the field, not only being a fantastic offensive player, but being a fantastic teammate. And I think that is one of the most coachable things that you cannot teach, and one of the best things to have in a player of that caliber.
Yeah, she's the captain of the team, which is very important. Get your team going, get the first goal. They're on a rough stand. They've lost 3 in a row, and you need your big players to step up.
Absolutely. And I mean, you can only imagine the things that's going through coach's head once they're in the huddle. There's so much. You have to be playing aggressive because 2 goals, you are not out of it in the slightest. And I know that sounds cliche to say, but 2 goals is nothing in lacrosse. These games go up to 15, maybe even 20 at points if it's a really high-scoring game. A 2-goal deficit is absolutely nothing. So the question is, who is going to step up? Is it going to be your senior captains? Is it going to be your college commitments? Or is it going to be the freshmen who this is their first time on the team, or maybe even the first time picking up a lacrosse stick?
Yeah, that's one of your best points, right there. Who's going to step up? 2 goals, as we saw. Macarthur scored 2 goals in about 10 seconds before. It's right off the face-off. You can score quick goals in lacrosse. You don't have to waste time. You can go right in. It's all about whoever's winning trying to control the game.
I mean, absolutely. And Mepham has controlled the game. They've controlled every time on offense. They've controlled the shot counter. And most importantly, for me at least, they've controlled the tempo and the pace. They've played it exactly the way that they have wanted to play it and how their coaches designed for them to play it. When they want to speed up, they've been able to get it open, and it's caught Macarthur off guard. When they wanted to slow it down, get an offensive set, and let their quarterback-type player, Sierra Barbosa, call up a play, they've been doing that, and it's been extremely successful. So I kind of wonder if Macarthur is going to plan for that, if there is a way to plan for that. But I wonder if Mepham is going to stick to one tempo, or if that's kind of going and really working for them, or if they're going to try to mix it off and keep the Generals on their toes.
Yeah, another thing, the Generals were able on offense to go operate from close decks. They weren't exactly behind the net at X, but they were able to get Hugard in very close spots, like a wraparound around it. And that's how they scored 2 of their goals, from outcycling the Pirates. And then that's even how Mepham scored with Smith, when she was able to go from X, just take it around the net and get a quick release.
I mean, absolutely. I think it's a really, really kind of unsung thing of the game, if you will. It's one of the things that no one's talking about, but it's one of the most important things. You have the basics, you have shooting, passing, you have footwork, and even you have IQ as you get older and as you get more advanced in this game. But one of the biggest things, that, in my opinion, is moving without the ball. Obviously, keeping spacing is very important. Obviously, keeping your play in design is extremely vital. But But I think moving without the ball, kind of getting your open look, getting your moment and getting your ability to capitalize is huge. But we're going to send it down to MacArthur, the coach, to see what they tried to come up with.
What do you think you should do to lead out and come out on top?
So, like you said, the game has been very close, and both teams are battling very, very well. I think the difference has been the battle of the ground balls, and the Mepham athletes have really been kind of beating us to the ball, and that's something we just discussed at halftime, and that's something that we're going to look to do for the second half, improve upon.
And in the huddle, what was your message to the girls?
Just that. We got to get it when the ball's on the turf. We got to get after it, control the ball, settle it down offensively, play MacArthur Generals Lacrosse, and things will fall into place.
Okay, thank you. And I'm sending it back to the booth.
Thank you.
And we are back, and quite the first half we saw right there. We saw a lot of back and forth in that first quarter, and then in that second quarter, we kind of saw the Mepham Pirates kind of consolidate a little bit of a lead, a little bit of a grasp over the MacArthur Generals.
Yes, there you see Clarkson getting ready as she's just getting her last few things in before she's ready to get back in the cage.
Now, even though Clarkson has let up 5 goals, she's done a terrific job on defense. She's made many saves that were extremely close, and she's doing a phenomenal job as well as the goalie, as this Mepham offense is just nonstop pounding the net, just not giving her a chance to really relax. They're taking every opportunity they can get, and she's kind of been denying them a lot lately. She's doing a great job on defense, and this Mepham offense has been able to circumnavigate a little bit, but still, she's doing a terrific job.
Yes, it looks like Coach Agavino is maybe drawing up the plays that he wants to start if they win the faceoff, what play they will be running, how they will be going at it, how they will be setting up their defense here as they are walking over the sideline to get ready to put their crew back on the court on the field as the Pirates just talking it over, just probably just saying, keep playing your game. You're up by 2. Don't let them get you off your game.
Definitely. We're most likely going to see in this second half even more general offense from the MacArthur Generals. We're going to see a lot of more aggressive plays as they're down by 2. They want to try and at least score 1 as quick as possible and then just play from there, try and tie up this game. And we're probably going to see this Mepham defense just try and maintain that gap between the two teams, the 5-3 lead. It's going to be quite interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, as under a minute here till we get back into action, as it is both coaches getting ready here and getting their stuff going. As the Pirates have broken their huddle now, Generals just saying their last few things as the Pirates will be sending their crew back out there for this second quarter. As Generals now break it, 10 seconds now, in only a matter of time we're getting ready to start this third quarter. Pirates 5, Generals 3.
This is going to be quite the interesting second half. I cannot wait to see what happens here, and it looks like we are about to get started.
Yeah, it'll be Larkin as she ended that first half taking faceoffs. It started off with O'Shea taking them, but now it has transitioned to Larkin as the Pirates have not put their faceoff man up, as it'll be staying with Smith as she's been pretty dominant on her faceoffs today. As they are getting ready here, left getting ready to give them the signal to go. 12 minutes on the clock here as Smith and Larkin getting ready. As left positions it, steps out of the way as it's up and away. Smith able to catch it off her own tip. Smith now inside the 40, now inside the 30, maybe trying to open up another play off her faceoff. Smith weaves through a couple defenders, but curls back around and gets it to Skolvik. Skolvik takes inside, but passes it out there to Badillo, as it's Badillo behind the net to Hanekamp. Hanekamp to Meyer, as it's Meyer over to Barbosa. Barbosa to Smith. Smith with it just inside the 20, now inside the 15. Right in front is Meyer. Maybe takes a little hit there. No call by the refs as it'll be Pirates ball still.
And we're seeing a lot of Mepham aggression here. They're not giving this MacArthur defense a chance to relax. They're trying to increase this score gap even more, just not letting the MacArthur defense really trying to regroup and think what they could possibly do.
As it's Smith with it now. Smith steps inside there, almost loses her footing, but stays up as Maya will corral the ball as we get ready to get back into action, as that'll stop the clock. Maya now to Honerkamp. Honerkamp holding it behind the net. This is where the Pirates have had their big game today, as Honerkamp pulls it all the way around. Gets it to Badillo. As it's Badillo there. And Smith takes a hit to the back, it looks like. That'll be called, and it'll be a foul on the Generals.
A lot of aggression here by the MacArthur General defense, just trying to get possession of this ball to drive it forward, trying to get this ball out of their territory, get it into Mepham territory, and just get something done with this. But a little too much aggression can be seen a little here, as it was called on the MacArthur defense.
As it's Smith now, right in, fakes the shot, and takes the lower shot, as Smith is able to score yet again, as she just keeps her dominant season going.
Amazing job by Smith right there. Just bull rushing in, getting that shot in on net, and she just full on delivered, as that is, I believe, the third goal by Smith this game.
Yes, you are correct there, as we see Smith just dominating right in there, as that is back-to-back 3-goal games for Smith, 23 on the year, 26 points for the University of Scranton commit. One of the key players on this team, and could be maybe on her way. She's had 2 this season of 5-goal games, already 3 there, and a full fourth quarter, majority of the third. So we'll see as Smith tips that one way up. Skulovic kicks it forward as Skulovic able to scoop it up. Skulovic now on the rush. Skulovic over to Meyer. Meyer shot and saved there as Meyer goes down after the save by Clarkson.
Clarkson, as we talked about earlier, doing an amazing job on defense. She just gave a goal, and she just rebounded with an amazing save, catching that ball, and now this MacArthur offense is going to get the drive.
Yes, it's Larkin there. Inside now. Pulls it right back out, as it's now Kupex with it. Kupex with it now. Goes behind the net, fakes the pass to her teammate, as she's guarded tightly by one of the Pirates, as it's right back out in front now. O'Shea with it. O'Shea maybe looking for an opening in the slot. Instead, passes it back to Flanagan, as it's Flanagan, as the Generals trying to just look for that shot. Not a shot on this possession, just trying to make sure they get that goal. And that one looked like a mix between a pass and a shot there by O'Shea, as that one will go into the corner and it'll be Generals' ball. As Generals still in possession here, as it's Inglis guarded by Smith. Now over to Larkin. Larkin guarded by Skulovic. Larkin curls back, looking for the play. In and out of O'Shea's stick, but right back in as it's Larkin with it. Larkin over plenty of sticks up, but goes right in the Desmond's stick as she's able to come away with the save.
Great job by this Mepham defense, preventing a general opportunity there, and now they're going to get possession and drive this ball deep down into MacArthur territory.
As it's Callahan right upfield, goes down there and loses possession of the ball as it's O'Shea in transition the other way, trying to capitalize off the Pirates' turnover. O'Shea now inside the 20. O'Shea with it. Goes down there as it looks like maybe a hit to the back by Fitzgerald. Pirates fans not happy with that call, as it'll be a foul on the Pirates, and it'll be O'Shea's ball.
And we're going to see what O'Shea can do with this opportunity. They must take every opportunity they can get and try and get this shot on goal and get this goal in order to squeeze this game just to 1 goal.
As O'Shea chooses not to crash on that, she gets it to Larkin. And good opportunity in front, as that one just bounces through everybody by Kupex. Nearly had it, but just bounces right through everybody. As General still with the pressure on here. as it's O'Shea with it. O'Shea now to Amato. Amato has a hard hit there as that one by Fitzgerald as it General is down. It looks to be Huggard, one of their star players, as she's able to get up on her own power. Looks like she's maybe trying to stretch out her back there as that hit was completely to the back.
A lot of physicality, a lot of rough physicality as we're seeing right here. But it's good to see Huggard getting back on her feet as she is the captain of this team. Try and get her team to regroup. She knows she's okay. She's going to let her team know she's okay, and they're going to try and get back into this.
As the Generals waiting, as it'll be their ball here when the ref gives the go-ahead, as it'll be Huggard starting, looking for another goal in this game, as she's got 2 of the Generals' 3. Trying to use maybe some speed here and a quick shot as Huggard looks anxious to go here. Waiting on that ref's go-ahead.
Looks like we're going to potentially see a rush.
As Huggard takes the step back, maybe looking for the pass behind the net, but it's Ellen. Picked up by the Pirates as they're moving quick down the field.
Apicella taking it up the field. Great job maintaining possession as she passes it back to her fellow teammate, Fitzgerald.
As Fitzgerald with it now. As the Pirates slowed down their game a little, but right back into the fast pace. As the Pirates moving fast now inside the 40, inside the 30 now.
Heineken taking possession, passing it over to her teammate. As looks like a roughing is called.
Yes, that'll be a foul on, looks to be on the Pirates. So it'll be General's ball here. Which is not what you expect as the Pirates were on that offensive rush as they get called for that foul.
Exactly, and we're going to see Macarthur try and drive this ball up, get the opportunity. They got possession back. It looks like...
As a whistle, looks to be a push maybe on Honorkamp for another foul as Honorkamp will head to the bench here.
Now, you got another opportunity for this Macarthur offense to try and drive this ball forward, get a shot on net. You got to try and open up this gap or close this gap a little bit with the score. It's 6-3. You got to take any opportunities you can get. That's one of their key plans. They want to get as many possessions as possible, get as many opportunities as they can, and they're getting that just now. And it's going to be interesting to see exactly what they do with this drive.
As it'll be Barbosa guarding up top here. As the refs go ahead as good as the Generals look to move there as maybe another foul there. They say another push. This time Barbosa gets called for it. As just physicality between both teams here. Both teams getting called for fouls. We'll see if the Generals can take their control.
Definitely. A lot of physicality can be seen with this Mepham offense and defense. Just trying to retain the ball, trying to get back the ball by any means necessary.
As it is O'Shea with it now moving upfield. O'Shea moves through 3 Pirates there. Trying to get the Generals there. May cut the deficit as Desmond able to tip it away there. As the Pirates with a strong defensive play. And a key save by Desmond. As Skovic now moving. Gets into the upfield but slows it down there.
Beautiful job by that Mepham defense right there. And great job by Desmond getting the save. Trying to, that's definitely got to be a big morale boost as we see a replay right here. Beautiful tip right there. Great job by the Mepham defense and Desmond in stopping a potential General goal from happening right there and maintaining this 6-3 lead.
As it looks like Coach Mogavero called that timeout as she saw Skovic moving through everybody to get there. Just wanted to make sure she got upfield so they could start within the upfield out of this timeout. But Coach Mogavero, 3 goals is not enough. The Pirates just want to keep the foot on the gas. Coming off of that 15-1 win, they love that every time, but sometimes you're in these tight games where every goal matters. It is not over. Only a 3-goal game. You need that next goal.
And definitely, and this is actually a very important game for both teams regarding playoffs, so you definitely are going to see a lot more aggression coming on, potentially less aggression from the Mepham Pirates as they've been getting called a lot on these penalties with too much physicality. But the high stakes of this game are going to show as why we're seeing so much physicality and aggression.
Yeah, it's the 3-6 Pirates who are 3-4 in the conference, and for the Generals, they are 5-5 and 2-5 in the conference. So with this being a conference game, one team trying to move to 3-5, the other one trying to move to 4-4. So if the Pirates win, it is a huge win for them as they are able to get back to 500 in their conference record.
Most definitely. As I just said, this game, very important for those exact reasons of these two records being so close to each other. That's why you're going to see so many close plays, so many physicality, so many close opportunities. A lot of opportunities are going to try and be taken and go for a drive. As we just saw in this last play, that Mepham defense stopping that Macarthur offense from scoring, that's going to give a big morale boost and a lot of on-forward motion. And you're going to see them try and drive that forward as the Mepham team looks like to be about ready to get back onto this field and go forward with this game.
Yeah, his ref blew his whistle, so both teams have to break up their huddles. It'll be Desmond heading back to the cage here. 5:40 left in this third quarter. 6-3 Pirates over the Generals. It'll be Pirates possession as they had possession when they called timeout. So we'll see who's starting here. As it looks down, maybe on the sideline, something they'll look at is can't really see who right now, but it is a Pirate down stretching. So that could be something key to look out for.
Most definitely, most definitely. But it's good that they're stretching in the first place. You can tell that they're definitely able to move around as Skolovic takes possession down and drives it down the field.
Skolovic with it now inside the 30, pulls it back a little, maybe looking for Smith, who's cutting over. She gets it over to Smith now. Smith with it now, with Barbosa right next to her. Maybe trying to get it downfield here and really get it that good opportunity in front. As it's Skolovic now. Skolovic with it still. Skolovic holding on to it, pulls it around there and calls back down. Skolovic with it. As Skolovic holding on to it, and a hard fall taken by a Pirate.
And that was Skolovic right there. That's one of the most important talents of this team. You don't like seeing that. It looks like she did get up on her own. She is stretching around, which is good to see for this Mepham team in offense especially. That was a very rough play right there against Skolovic.
As the Generals did have the man advantage there, they were not able to convert. As now it looks to be that the one stretching on the sideline was Honekamp, who has been in a knee brace all game. So we'll see if she will return. If she is walking back and forth on the sideline, actually, in fact, she will enter the game right now. As the Pirates were down 2 men, it seems, there, and were able to kill it off, which is very impressive. As it's Skolovic with it now. Now behind the net, Honekamp. Honekamp with it. Honekamp. Shot and save there again by Clarkson. Clarkson with that in-tight save, able to keep the Pirates off the board. But juggled there by the Generals. Skolovic there on the defense, as it was Sandcool who did pick it up, as they'll call the whistle on Skolovic. As Generals with the bounce pass there, able to convert on it. Moving now upfield inside the 30. Still holding on to it. Now Manzillo. Manzillo now to Larkin. Larkin holding on to it. Gets the pass over to Amato. Amato takes the fall there with Smith with the defense, and they'll call the hit on her. Another whistle on the Pirates today. And there's just a replay of that save by Clarkson on that in-tight attempt by the Pirates. As in action here, the Generals still on the other end. The Generals as it's shot, and that one will go in there as the Generals will make it 6-4. Just a great shot there.
What a great play by Larkin right there. She's been moving around this whole game, this entire time, and she got an opportunity there, got possession of the ball, and just shot it right through past Desmond. And that was a beautiful shot right there by Larkin.
As Larkin picks up her second of the game, as she has two, alongside Huggard has two. And just there's a replay, and you could see the celebration and the relief by Larkin as she gets her second one in, 21 on the year, coming off of a 6-point game last game. Just looks to keep on going. At the face-off here, we'll see how the Pirates respond. Also, will the Generals be able to get that quick goal to make it a 1-goal deficit again, as it's Smith in the center, getting ready for this face-off here.
With 3 minutes left, you're going to wonder, is MacArthur going to be able to get this momentum going forward? They just scored, as it looks like we're going to wait for this face-off for a little bit.
As O'Shea's back in there taking face-offs, as it'll be her first of this half. So it'll be Smith versus O'Shea as Smith pushes it forward, but they will call a foul there. Maybe a re-face-off, as it will be between Smith and O'Shea, as Smith now lined up right next to O'Shea due to that left call. Smith and O'Shea getting ready. Ref making sure their sticks are in the right position. Left giving the go-ahead as O'Shea pushes it forward as another whistle here. So we'll try this a third time, seeing if this face-off can finally happen without one of those whistles by the ref, as it's Smith and O'Shea. Third time may be the charm here. We'll see. Smith and O'Shea, left positioning the sticks, giving the go-ahead. That one's up. Skolvik gets it, and that one's good to go. Skolvik now inside the 40, inside the 30 now. Skolvik fakes, loses the ball. They say a foul on the Generals. Pirates ball still.
Now, that was a lot to handle, but we see the Mepham offense being able to drive this ball down. They got possession, and Skolvik being able to get possession, now passes it over to Smith.
Yeah, Smith with it now down to Barbosa. Barbosa now behind the net to Meyer. Meyer to Honorkamp. Honorkamp holding on to it now, looking for that play. She's been the key playmaker behind the net today, making all those plays. Honorkamp holding on to it, still thinking, should she go around for that wrap around again, or should she go for the pass? She attempted the wrap around, cut off there by Clarkson, as she now pulls it back and gets it over to Smith. Smith pick there, set by Barbosa. Smith cuts in, fakes the shot, scores, and what a play there by Smith. Smith comes away with her 4th of the game. Just Smith, one of the stars, coming up in a big situation as they gave up one on the other end, and she comes right on back as Smith scores 24th now on the year. 4 goals now today, and there's Smith just going through there and just making the finish through contact for her 4th. Just a huge day for Smith. Maybe her 3rd 5-goal game may be upon us now with 4 of the team's 7, just carrying this team, putting them on her back and just making all those key plays as Smith and O'Shea for the face-off here, as they'll call a false start on the Pirates, as it'll be Generals ball. Can the Generals respond to that? Smith goal. Now down 3 with 1:40 left. As it is Amato there, holding on to it here. Amato guarded by Fitzgerald. As Fitzgerald maybe a little contact, whistled by the ref. As it Larkin here. Larkin looking for her 3rd here. Larkin pulls it all the way around. Guarded by Honorkamp. Larkin passes it over here. Generals looking for something. Back to Larkin. Larkin still with it here. Larkin. Minute 11 on the clock. As Larkin still holding on to it. Taking her time. Looking for that shot. It's Amato. Amato now passes it over to Huggard. Huggard there. Now to Larkin. Larkin still with it. Under a minute here to go. Now 40 seconds. As cutting in. No play there for the Generals. Pirates staying tight on that defense all around the net. As a loose ball there. Picked up there by the Pirates. As they'll cut it back and take their time with just 30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Up by 3. As it's Smith here. Smith now moving fast. Trying to catch the Generals asleep. Inside the 30 now. Smith still holding on to it. Passes it. Takes a huge hit. Saved there by Clarkson. No call on that Smith hit. Pirates fans wanted that call there. As it's Clarkson now with 10 on the clock. Clarkson looking for the home run pass. Off of Fitzgerald's stick. Comes away to Huggard. Huggard with 3. Will they run out of time? Shot attempted by Flanagan. Loses it at the last second. Pirates 7. Generals 4. That'll conclude that third quarter. Just exciting all around, as here's just a replay of that hit that Smith took, that no call, and that save by Clarkson.
That was just amazing defense and offense by Mepham right there during that whole quarter. You saw a lot of opportunities taken by Mepham right there. They took every opportunity they got. You saw Smith get so many shots on net, and she actually got another goal. As we are now going to toss it over to BMB Sophia Whitaker on the sideline for more.
Thanks, and I'm Sophia. So far, the Mepham Pirates have extended their lead 7-4. And they have been doing a great job keeping the pressure on the defense and extending it all. The Mepham defense have been doing an absolutely amazing job making sure that Macarthur is staying away from their goalie and is doing a great job. And their offense is doing a great job. I'm going to send it back up to the booth to hear a little bit more about it.
Thank you, Sophia, for your thoughts on this game and how it's gone so far. I'm here joined for the conclusion and fourth quarter of this game again by Brandon Catalina. Brandon, what did you see in that quarter?
I saw the Pirates start to change their defensive strategy up a little bit. They were playing a hard man coverage, but they were playing an N1, so they would basically have one guy on defense or girl on defense who would just stay around, facilitate the play, making sure the ball stayed to the outside, compared to when Macarthur had their first 2 goals, they got it right next to X and wrap around.
Yeah, as you saw there, also Smith opening up her game in that quarter with another 2-goal quarter there, now 4 on the day. Just key part of this team, scoring half the team's goals today.
Yeah, Smith, that was a very good quarter for her, and it's honestly been a great game for her. She was able to facilitate that play right away, run right through the defense, get a goal.
Yeah, as on the other side, it's Huggard and Larkin, the 2 key players of this team, each combining for those teams 4 goals and the difference makers. They've been the star players all season, no matter what, and the key players to having this team be competitive and try and win those games. As Huggard now with 15 goals and 10 assists, 25 points by herself, and Larkin with 21 goals, 8 assists, 29 points by herself. So just that's the dynamic duo for this Generals team. As the Generals break the huddle, Pirates getting ready to break it as we get ready to get back in action for this fourth quarter.
Yeah, Macarthur, it's only 3 goals. In lacrosse, that's nothing. Macarthur scored 2 goals in 10 seconds. You could score 3 goals in less than 30 seconds. I've seen it done before. It is very easy as long as you win the faceoff and go quick.
Yeah, just quick plays by both sides. The Generals scored those 2 quick goals, and then coming off of that third Generals goal way back, it was Smith coming away just under 20 seconds there, just quick goals. This game is fast-paced, so it is bound to have those quick game-changing goals. Could the Pirates get a couple quick ones here to maybe put the Generals away? Or will the Generals get those goals in the span of time and end up cutting it to a 1-goal game or maybe even tying it up?
Yeah, the biggest is going to be fast break. You got to score on your fast breaks in lacrosse, and those mainly come from faceoffs. That's how teams score so quickly. Both teams on this faceoff, mainly the Generals, are going to look for a fast break. The Pirates just have to play solid defense and slow the game down. Get it in the box and slow down.
And also in tight, both teams have gotten their opportunities, and Desmond and Clarkson have made those key saves, especially Clarkson down low as that one's up. Smith tips it up. Skolovic juggles it a little as it'll end up being picked up by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald looks for the pass, and the ref will blow it dead.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be Pirates ball here, and they're going to work slow once they get it in.
As it's Skolovic now from home 45. Now to Callahan. Callahan now inside the 20 here. Callahan behind the net to Hanekamp. Hanekamp to Meyer. Meyer with it now. Over to Barbosa. Barbosa to Smith. Smith looking for the play here. Looking to a coach to see what play it is. Skolovic to Callahan. As it's Callahan with it. Callahan. Hanekamp now. Hanekamp behind the net. Looking for the play here as it's Meyer. Meyer to Smith. Smith holds on to it here. 11 minutes now left in the quarter. 1 minute gone by. Smith just taking her time, looking for that play to open up. Smith tries a couple fakes there, ends up making one general miss, and then takes the fall there after the hit by O'Shea.
Yeah, as you saw, the Pirates with the skip pass there, skipping their man, setting up Leah Smith now after she tried running in. The Pirates just playing slow, not forcing anything. That's all you have to do if you're the Pirates.
As it looks like Smith got up there, stretching her back as Smith, quick shot again off of the leg of Clarkson, as Clarkson able to make that save as the ref makes his call here.
And it's going to go back to Smith. She's going to have another chance here.
As Smith tried to go low there, maybe she tries high with how good Clarkson's low play has been. As Smith ducks under one stick and just basically taken away there by Clarkson. Very strong goalie play there as Larkin now in transition. Generals trying to get that big goal to get them back in this thing. As Larkin going coast to coast here. Shot, and that one is Desmond using her head there to make that save.
Yeah, I told you, Jared, it was going to be fast break, and MacArthur's moving very quick as we have a replay here. Great save.
There by Clarkson, but back to action here. Plenty of action to go as it is Larkin with it. Larkin, inside shot, bounce shot, score, and the Generals get that big goal, Brendan, that you were talking about to now cut it to 7-5 here. Just a huge possession there. They got that shot off of the head there. As you see the Pirates, they're talking it over there, regrouping, as it seems like they lost a man on that coverage. Yep. But the Generals, with that persistence, they got that shot off of Desmond's head. Desmond was able to make that save. They didn't let that shake them. They tried that high shot, didn't end up paying it off. So what did they do? They adjusted on that same possession, and just here's a replay of it. They got that same possession and able to bounce it right through Desmond. 7-5 game here.
They got the fast break possession. That's all how it starts. And then they got a quick shot. That's all they needed to do. 2 goals can be scored in 10 seconds now.
At that faceoff will be pulled back by O'Shea. O'Shea now gets it over to Sandcool. Sandcool now inside the 40, inside the 30 now. Could we have another general spark here to now cut it to 7-6 as it's Flanagan. Now behind the net. Looking for a play here of the Generals. Cutting back and forth is Huggard. Huggard being triple teamed here. Pirates really trying to shut down the stars of this team. Samuel Larkin, inside shot and goal. Goals in just a matter of seconds as that's Inglis there. Sneaks in back door. 7-6 game here. The Generals will fall out of it. As you see again here, the Pirates talking it over. As you saw, nobody was on Inglis. She just snuck right in the back door there to make it a 7-6 game.
Yeah, that was a brilliant play by MacArthur. They saw the tendency about the Mepham end one as we see the beautiful goal here. Easy put away. But the Mepham's tendency was the N1 to play outside. So once the N1, who's guarding no one but just taking up space and luring the field, she saw the N1 went forward, so there was a wide open shot in the middle for that.
Yeah, as it looked like Smith there was caught in the middle. Couldn't really tell who she was on. Maybe tried to reach a stick on as she's able to win that faceoff back to Skolek. Pirates trying to get that response to those 2 quick goals by the Generals. As it's Meyer now. Meyer to Barbosa. Barbosa to Skolek. Pirates need that strong response. As it's Smith now. Smith. Getting it over here is Callahan. Callahan to Honokamp. Honokamp behind the net to Meyer. Meyer, errant pass there, picked up by Fanning. Fanning in the action here for the Generals. Moving with speed, chasing down her is Barbosa. Barbosa able to get that ball there and come away with the takeaway to put the Pirates back in possession of the ball. As it's Honokamp here, Honokamp to Skolovic. Skolovic, Pirates very tight on the defensive end, trying to turn it into offense here as it's Honokamp with it.
Pirates elect to just wait. They're going to wait this whole minute out, and they just have to be careful they aren't stalling too much or they will get called.
As here it is Smith. Barbosa with that pass to Smith. Smith holding on to it, taking her time. 7:39 left. Very tight game here. Now down to 1 goal thanks to the Generals' response just moments ago. As Smith Smith now to Skolovic. Skolovic cuts inside. Bodies through a couple. Skolovic, as that one's kicked away there by Clarkson.
Yeah, great save right there. Barely hit her knee. And Pirates are going to stay going slow, probably go to X.
Yeah, as it's behind the net. Hanekam. Hanekam trying to make another play. Through a couple. Pirates ends up with Skolovic, though. Skolovic. Callahan fumbles that one, but gets it back and gets it to Hanekam. Hanekam with it. Behind the net. 7 now on the clock. Hanekam tries the wraparound, but step up there by the Generals. Hits Skolovic now. Skolovic spins one way. Cuts back the other and cuts all the way around. Shot and goal. Pirates get the response they needed as Skolovic gets her first goal of the day. 22 goals on the year for the Holy Cross commit. 8-6 Pirates.
Yeah, that was a beautiful goal. That was off her weak hand, too. That was a lefty goal. She's normally a righty, and that was missiled into the top corner.
Yeah, that was Hanekam opening up the play yet again from behind the net. She tried that, and here's just a replay. She tried that and behind the net, and Skolovic faked one way, able to spin back the other way fast and adjust herself. Even though it's not her dominant hand, still able to get off a great shot. 8-6 Pirates, 6:49 left.
Yeah, we're going to wonder now. MacArthur's going to start to press with the time and how much time the Pirates can waste on offense.
And with that press, could that maybe open? Because the Pirates' strong suit today has been that passing, and that one will be picked up there by Fitzgerald. Could that open up the game here if the Generals press to the Pirates getting those passes upfield to turn into odd man rushes maybe? As it'll be the Pirates now. It'll be Hanekam holding on to it here, waiting for her teammates to get in their position. As it's Skolovic now. Skolovic to Smith. Pirates after that last goal, you see them slowing down that pace a lot. Now that they have that insurance goal with them. Smith holding on to it here, guarded by Larkin.
There's still enough time to where if you're MacArthur, you don't have to fully worry, but you're going to have to play your man.
Yeah, as it's Smith trying to go through as they bring the double to her. As that was O'Shea and Larkin combining for the coverage. As Smith still in control of it. 5:54 left. As it's Barbosa now. Smith passes to Barbosa. Barbosa loses it. Looks like the ref might blow it dead for a slash there as Barbosa gets right back into it. As the Pirates in tight. Save there again off the leg of Clarkson. Clarkson may have given up those 8 goals, but really still keeping the Generals in that game with those tight saves on those enclosed shots, using everything, her helmet, her legs, and just all around strong play. Smith ducks under a couple sticks, spins one way, cups back the other, maybe takes a stick to the head there, as you see the ref signaling there for a foul.
Yeah, Mepham, as we've seen, just playing slow. They're going to keep doing it, and Smith now has a prime opportunity because their work of playing slow played off.
Yes, we've seen Smith today attempt, this is, I believe, a 4th, and she scored so far 1 of them. And she's just got that speed, and she decides not to just go right in and shoot it, and just pull it out, and just kill time with that 2-goal leader. Smith taking her time here as ref whistles down.
Yeah, whistles the slash as their MacArthur's getting antsy and trying to press.
As Smith here, Generals trying to do anything they can to get that ball. As Smith with an errant pass looking for Hanekam. Scrum for the ball there as that one's picked up by Clarkson. Clarkson holding on to it here. 4:20 left to go here. As it'll be Generals in possession. Clarkson still holding on to it. Generals need 2 quick ones to tie it up and maybe give us a shot at overtime. And just there it is, a spin move there by the Generals to go upfield as Huggard. Loose ball there. Huggard goes down, picked up by Meyer. Meyer now inside the 40. Meyer just inside the 40. Cuts back a little, looking for an open teammate. Goes for the pass, but the Generals able to get a piece of it. Now in transition, it is Larkin. Larkin now in the Pirates territory. Larkin now inside the 40, inside the 30. Larkin now all the way in, inside the 20. Larkin looking for that pass, just a little high, looking for Kupex. Desmond able to get a hand up, get a stick on it, and taking it away is Hanekam and just taking it out of the danger area.
Yeah, MacArthur's going to start to double. They're also playing a man N1 defense. Their N1 is now going to start double teaming the ball.
Yes, it's Hanekamp with it now. Just 3:13 left. We know the Generals, and we've seen it twice today. The Generals score those quick goals, and also the Pirates. And just 3:05 left. They need those goals fast. Down by 2. Every possession matters. Every opportunity matters. If there's a loose ball there that looks like it'll roll out of bounds here. As 2:50 left. Clock will stop. Coach Mogavel making the argument saying that that ball did not roll out of bounds.
Yeah, there's a little disagreement, but at the end of the day, it's going to be MacArthur's ball.
Yeah, that clock stoppage really helps out the Generals because every second counts for the Generals with just only 2:50 left. As getting ready here, Pirates coach got their explanation from the ref as the ref blows the whistle there as the Generals with a big possession here. Down low here is Amato. Ball's juggled and kicked out of bounds by Smith. Nearly had the scoop there, but was moving too fast that she ended up kicking it away and losing the Pirates possession of their ball.
And it's going to be a timeout by the Generals probably.
Yeah, the Generals with that big possession. 2:26 left with that ball in the Pirates' end. They need to draw it up. It's just there's a replay of just the spirit that they have here.
The
today.
varsity lacrosse team was showing up to watch the game, and they had their community pasta dinner today, and that's why they came.
Yeah, and there's just the spirit from all the teams around here. No matter whether they're just students on the team or other teams supporting other teams for their sports, just plenty of community around this school and district.
Yeah, before the game, you also heard them cheering really loudly. You know, they really want these girls, and they want both teams to be very successful.
Yeah, as the Generals drawing up their key play here, just making sure they drop the perfect play. And the Pirates, you just see them completely focused on their coach's orders. They need very tight defense here because one slip up again could end up falling into the Pirates, leaving open an open general player and could lead to that goal. Because those last 2 goals, it just looked like MacArthur was able to find that open man twice in a row for both those goals.
Yeah, the Mepham is going to try preventing that by playing a very tight box, playing everyone very in, making sure that they are not getting beat by a shot next to their goalie. Also, they're going to try on offense to just stall. They're going to get double-teamed right away, so if you get 2 quick passes on a double team, you have a wide open net.
Yeah, and also, if you're the Generals, they have 6 goals here today. Huggard and Larkin have been the key players. But also on those last 2 options, you've had those other guys stepping up. And there's just this replay.
That's Golovin shot. That blazed past the goalie.
Yeah, and there's the replay of that last goal by the Generals. Able to just beat Desmond there. That was Inglisi sneaking in backdoor. Could we maybe see them run that backdoor play again? As the Pirates using every second they get in this huddle to make sure they can try and pull out this victory.
Yeah, the Generals are going to run their best play. So far, from what we've seen, it's been that pass to X where they do a quick wraparound, but they also might try going from the top and running in.
Yeah, and on that last goal, they had that pull in right into the slot and drew that double team, and Smith stranded in the middle, leaving that back door open. Could they run that play again? That'll be interesting to see. What will the Generals run on this possession? As they'll start outside here as they're getting ready to get underway, waiting for the signal from the ref as to be good to go. As the ref blows his whistle, as it'll be Larkin starting with it right out of the corner. Larkin guarded very tight by Skolvik as Fitzgerald juggles the first attempt at the steal but comes away with the big steal. As that'll be
Slash. Oh, no, it's going to be a timeout.
timeout for the Pirates.
That was a very smart timeout. She was getting very close to going out of bounds.
Yeah, as Fitzgerald able to come away with that strong defensive play that they really needed as the Generals needed that opening. Had that opening, but Fitzgerald able to get that stick out and really just using this timeout to keep them calm in this tight game. Make sure they keep their composure for these final 2:15 and don't make any plays that could hurt them from this victory.
Yeah, there's about 3 plays the Pirates could run here. They could run the first play where you just throw it backwards if you're open and just play keep away in your own zone. You can try getting it deep and keeping it deep. Or if no options are open, you could just run with it and keep running and make sure it gets deep. You cannot have an errant pass here or it'll lead to a pass break.
Yeah, and here you see, tune in every Thursday on the BMB Instagram to check out BMB's social media show, which covers all the weekly news, events, and sports all around the Bellmore-Merrick community. It is on our Instagram page, so be sure not to miss it.
I know I won't.
Yeah, this show was created by Senior Matthew Nadoff and has gone on to do incredible things, including bring home a couple awards for this program, so you will not want to miss that. As the action is getting ready to resume here, Generals break the huddle. Pirates, again, using every second they have to make sure they know everybody's on the same page and they can come out with this victory with only 2:15 left.
And it's looking like how MacArthur's lined up. They're going to at least be doubling the ball. So there's good chances that the behind pass will be open, but it's a very risky play because if anything goes wrong, MacArthur's going to have it in your zone.
As here goes, it looks like it'll be Skulovic there on the side. Starting from her own 25. As Skulovic guarded in the double team right away. Skulovic escapes 1, escapes 2, but loses the ball. Loose ball here, picked up by the Generals. Skulovic, though, looks like they'll call for the stick to the head as she got up there on a General, and the Generals were moving quick here. Trying to get that as it's Larkin. Picked up, loose ball, still rolling around here. Minute 50 left. Not a lot of time as it's Larkin now. Larkin holding on to it here as they get it down low. Trying to find something going as it's Huggard. Again now to Amato. Amato holding on to it. Minute 30 left. Not a lot of time for the Generals. They're all looking for that perfect thing to almost guarantee that goal. But they don't have all that time as it's Larkin, guarded by Skulovic. Larkin pulls it around, and that didn't have quite the angle. It looks like her legs got a little tangled up there and not able to get that shot on goal. Minute 10 left as clock does not stop for that one. As the Generals still in possession, running out of time here. As it's Larkin in there. Double team again, in tight by the Pirates as that one will go wide yet again.
MacArthur got to move quick.
As it's Huggard with it, trying to pull it out from behind the net. Hard fall there by the Generals. No call as they're letting them play now. 45 seconds left as it'll be picked up by the Generals. 40 seconds now and running. Good defensive play in tight there as it bounces right over the crossbar to the other side. 35.9 left here.
Great play by McGelly, and now Pirates are going to just play keep away.
Yeah, as the Generals just trying to get those opportunities, but the Pirates staying strong on defense. 25 seconds left. Pirates just need to make those small passes. The bounce pass to Fitzgerald. Juggled as Larkin picks it up. Larkin guarded by 2. Generals need to move fast. 16 left. Larkin in. Fakes the shot. Loose ball there. Picked up by Smith. Smith now at 9. Looks like that'll do it. Smith past her own 40. Taking her time. 3, 2, and 1. And that'll do it as the Pirates get the huge victory that they needed. And they moved to 4-4 in the conference and 4-6 overall. Just no more fitting way to end the game than Leah Smith coming up with that key play to top off her 4-goal game. As you see the celebration there and how excited they are to win this tight of a game. Pirates 8, Generals 6, just all over. Pure excitement by this Pirates team. As you see there again, Fitzgerald, who came up with the key plays down the stretch, and everybody excited for her as she's been one of the key star defenders of this team.
Yeah, especially, this is a rivalry matchup. Both teams desperately want to win. McGelly made a great play before that, picking it off, wasting 10 seconds, which gave the Pirates the ball. Unfortunately, MacArthur got it back, but fitting out Smith with 4 goals got the catch and was able to run it away.
Yeah, just the Pirates' defense down the stretch. One of their keys was to win the possession battle on offense. They won it there towards the end on the defensive end. The defense won them the game. That tight defense towards that very end was very, very clutch for the team, as you just see them showing the sportsmanship, making sure, staying good game, as you saw that throughout the game. Any of the hard fouls any of the players took, they just went over to make sure to check on them. It was a quick check on them, but they just always wanted to, because you never want to see an injury happen in a game like this.
Yeah, another thing MacArthur did was they subbed out once they got the ball with 2 minutes left. They went their defensive line. When the Pirates had it, they were able to get the sub out, but fortunately for them, it didn't matter.
Yeah, but it wasn't enough today for the Generals, but regardless, Larkin and Huggard can just continue playing their amazing seasons. Huggard only a junior, so we have another year left to see out of her. And same with Larkin, so very impressive how the juniors are really carrying the biggest load for that team.
Yeah, and Clarkson especially, great game for her. You know, she made a ton of saves and was really nice.
Yeah, Clarkson can really build on that for next game. She did end up coming out with the loss here, 8-6, but Clarkson really made those great saves. Now we're going to send it over to Sophia Whitaker with one of the guys who beat her.
Thanks, and I'm here with Pirate of the Game, Leah Smith. Leah, what does this win mean to you and your team?
I mean, it's a really big conference win. Coming off of 4 losses in a row by 1 point, we beat Baldwin on Saturday, and now coming to this, which they're in the same class as us, so it means a lot for playoffs.
And what have you and your team done to help you prepare for this game today?
Well, tensions are always high going into MacArthur, so we really took that energy that we had and just put it on the field in a positive way.
Okay, thank you, and I'm heading it back up to the studio.
Thank you, guys. What a game it was, and congratulations to you, Leah.
Just what an amazing job Leah did that game. She scored 4 goals throughout that whole game. Just what an incredible job driving that Mepham offense, and just what an incredible game overall.
Absolutely, and this game was huge for playoff implications. So the fact that the Pirates were able to propel themselves off the game that Leah Smith had is huge, and we can't wait to see the rest of their season.
Most definitely, and just some little things I noticed throughout this game, a lot of physicality, as because this is a high-stakes game for a playoff spot, a lot of physicality, and just a lot of heaviness on the offensive side. Just some key things that I noticed because of how intense this game was.
I mean, absolutely. Couldn't have said it better. Congratulations to the Mepham Pirates in a 2-goal victory. For BMB, I've been Jake Manno alongside Oliver Mattis, Jared Roxmeyer, and Brandon Catalita, alongside the rest of the BMB crew. Have a great night, everybody.